Begin with the bar set at about the height of your mid-sternum, about 2 or 3 inches below your clavicle. Take a grip a hand or two outside of shoulder width. Now place your feet so that your heels are about shoulder width apart. This should mean that when you add a foot flare of about 30 degrees, your toes are wider than your shoulders. Come up from under the bar, keeping your heels at shoulder width apart. Note that many people advocate placing a bar atop your traps. However, as this will require a more upright back angle to keep the bar over mid-foot, it places the knee under a greater stress, and results in less of the posterior chain being recruited in the exercise. Instead, we want to hold the bar lower, level with a bony process found on the posterior aspect of the scapula. This is a good 2 inches inferior and further to the posterior than the more common high bar position, where the bar sits atop the traps. This minor difference in bar position and height is what is meant when people subdivide the barbell back squat into high bar and low bar. The correct position and grip width for a low bar squat can be difficult for new trainees. It's likely to not be comfortable, but it will become easier with time. Make sure you place the bar at the right height on your scapula, and then bring your grip in as much as possible. Try and place your grip over the bar rather than under it. You do not want to be taking the weight on your wrists. Once in this position, lift your chest and push your elbows back. This will lock the bar into position. People can safely squat hundreds of pounds in this position. Lift the bar straight up off of the pins. Step back efficiently into your starting position. A common method of doing this is done in 3 steps, stepping back with one foot, back with the other, align, and you're done. During your setup, your heels should remain shoulder width apart, and you should now flare your toes outwards about 30 degrees. Find a position on the floor in front of you that has you looking slightly down. Look at this spot, and only this spot, throughout the squat. In this position, your spine should be neutral, with a slight forward lean in the torso. Your knees should be locked out with your elbows protruding to your posterior. Take a deep breath. Push that breath out against the walls of your abdomen and begin by pointing your chest towards the floor. Keep your eyes fixed on that spot you picked out in front of you as you break at the hips and the knees, sending your knees out in line with your toes and entering into a deep squat. Note that your back should not be anywhere close to vertical at the bottom of a low bar squat. This more horizontal back angle presented here keeps the bar over mid-foot, but also recruits more musculature within the posterior chain during the hip drive. Ensure you get proper depth, aiming to get your hip crease below the line of your knees. Hold for half a second in the bottom position, before powering the weight back up. Think only about pushing your hips upwards. Not forward, not back, hips up. Keep looking at the spot on the floor in front of you, and the hip drive will do the rest. Tense your glutes as you approach the top, and blast your air out. Take another deep breath before attempting the next rep. Note that during the squat, the bar should travel in a straight line down and straight line up. Any motion of the bar forward or backwards of the midline of your body is wasting power and sacrificing both form and potential in the exercise. Your weight and the bar should remain over the line of your mid-foot, always.